Hi everyone, Alex here, AMRC, and it's new airplane time. And this time I have this. It's a Cirrus SR22. On the box it says Pegasus, or you'll probably find it under this name online, QIDI-580. So yeah, it comes in two colors, blue and silver, or silver and green. I chose the green one, not that I think it looks that much better, but for visibility mostly. Okay, this is the other side of the box where it shows green, and it's not my first QIDI plane. I also have this guy, the QIDI-560, which is a Maule M7, and they're pretty similar, but we'll compare them later. Let's unbox this thing. And there it is. Wow, this color, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it's really like highlighter green. So this should be really visible in the sky. It doesn't look that great, at least not in person, but you should see it in the air. I hope so. So this is the wing. It has a single servo here for the ailerons, and these are adjustable. There's some threads on the rods, and even has lights here. I think one connector is for the lights and the other for the servo. Yeah, these have this cover here. It's like solid plastic, so it should also diffuse the light. They should be pretty visible. And this system here is really interesting. It has a push rod, again with some plastic casing at the end of the ailerons. That's pretty interesting. And reinforcements, looks like carbon fiber in the ailerons, and of course the wing. And this plastic piece here, guessing this is where the landing gear goes in. We'll see. Okay, what else? We got a spare prop, and this looks like a drone prop. And I'm pretty sure I have similar, if not the exact same props on my V22 Osprey. Okay, then here's the landing gear. It has these wheel pans made of foam, and wow, these wheels are really plasticky. Will probably be pretty noisy taking off, but yeah, again, they're not going to be very visible, especially with these wheel pans. So hopefully they'll do their job and just keep the airplane rolling. Okay, and another bag. This looks like the tail wheel. Now this one is nicer. It's kind of a foamy, it's not rubber, looks like foam. It's not sitting very well on the rim, but at least this one should be quiet. Put that aside. Okay, a USB charger, nothing special there. Okay, and then there's a screw, Allen wrench, and these look like adapters for the prop. Screwdriver, and this little tool. And I think I know what this is for, but we'll get to that. Let's take out the main star of the show, the fuselage. Okay, and looks pretty decent. Feels kind of heavy for the size. Not exactly sure what the wingspan on this, and it doesn't say on the box, but it's a micro-sized airplane. Yeah, paint looks decent, and these are decals. So we got some paint chip there, but I can fix that with a Sharpie. Prop adapter is aluminum, so that should be pretty sturdy. Here's the control board. Oh, and here, see, there's a hatch with a screw. I don't know if you can see, but there's the two servos controlling the tail surfaces inside. Again, threaded rods, so you can adjust these. So that's good. And 3 holes on the control horn, so you can probably tune this. Okay, and that little tool looks like it's used to open this hatch where the battery goes, and it's really strange. Can I do it with my fingers? I don't want to break it. Let's try this side. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's a really strange system. Never seen anything like this. And there's the battery. And I mean, this one, same company, but it has, oh, actually no, it's the same system, but it's just easier to take off, and the battery doesn't go in there on this. Oh yeah, that's a bit strange. It's gonna be awkward carrying this tool around just to get the battery in and out and connect it, and good luck not losing it. Probably small coin would also work. Okay, so here's the battery, and what's really disappointing with these, it has a brushless motor, but the battery is 1S. See here, 3.7 volts, 100 milliamp, and it looks like a 2S because it's probably 2 500 milliamp cells in series. So instead of a 2S, you get 2 cells making 1S, but with double capacity. So that should be interesting for the flight time. And here's the radio. Looks like the same radio they had on the Maule. Again, not the best, but you have flight modes here: novice, inverted, flight mode. I think that might be new. And gyro auxiliary mode. And function key, I think that's for the automatic stunts. I'm not a big fan of that. And not a lot of tension in the sticks. But hopefully I can connect these to my Radio Master Zorro, and hopefully I'll be better. I think this takes 4 AA's, but there's a screw in here. And last but not least, the manual. Chinese and English. Okay, that's pretty decent. Okay, it shows the connections here, and these are they have these ports for satellite receivers, DSM, S-Bus, so I think you should be able to use them with Spectrum radio if you get a satellite, but since I have the Radio Master, I'm gonna try and connect it to that one. No reason to buy a receiver, add extra weight to the plane. And yeah, one thing that's disappointing, again, no steerable tail wheel. And another thing, if you look at the picture, this is a tail dragger, and the SR22s are not tail draggers, they're tricycle wheels, tricycle landing gear. So this should have gone in front, but that's probably not an officially licensed model. Okay, here's a detailed description for the radio. Charging, putting in the battery, taking off. Okay. Okay, replacement of the motor, of the servos. Hopefully I won't need to do that. So let's get on with assembling this, see if it works. So there's not a lot of assembly to be done. First step is connecting the wing to the board. This is the servo connector, and it goes in this socket here. Okay, and this one's for the lights, and it should go here. Okay, I got that in off camera, so this won't be easy to plug in and out, so I think this one's gonna stay assembled. Then it has this plastic piece here, yeah, and it slots in. Make sure the wires are not pinched. And then a single screw. Goes in here. You can use a screwdriver they give you. And that's it. And the landing gear just snaps on. Nothing holding it, but it's on there pretty good. Tail wheel. And this slides in here, but man, I really wish this would have been steerable. And it's a pretty tight fit. I don't know if it's supposed to go in more. Okay, and all that's left is connect the battery. Slides in here. Oh, that's pretty cramped. Yeah. There's not a lot of space in here. Okay. This just snaps in. And there you go. It's assembled. The lights look great. Even like it has this little antenna. Now I do have the E-Flite UMX version of the Cirrus, and that looks better, way better finish, a lot more details, but it doesn't have this antenna, although it has a little hole in the canopy. I'll show you a bit later. Yeah, but the lights, they look really nice. Okay, let me get some batteries in the radio and see if this works. Okay, this takes 4 AA's. And what do you know, it's already connected. Okay, so we got ailerons, elevator, and rudder. And has not the most precise control. And let me zoom in. I don't know if you can see it, but looks like for the rudder at least the movement is not even. So I go full left, full right, it seems to, no, it's pretty decent. Yeah, this radio is not the best in resolution, either the radio or the servos. And I think that's the 1 minute tone beep. Let's see the ailerons. Yeah, there is some control, and I think this is the manual mode. Let's see in the beginner mode. Does it make any difference? No, you still have the same travel. And looking through the manual, I saw you could control the lights by pressing this 3 seconds. Okay, it just turns the lights off. And back on. Yeah, I like them on. You know, I like lights on my planes. And let's check the throttle. Have to go up, down. Now it's armed. Okay, that's pretty quiet and seems pretty powerful for 1S at least, but hopefully it will do well. Now, yeah, tail dragger doesn't look the best. And let's compare it to the E-Flite version that I have here. So this is what a Cirrus should look like. I'm really curious if I got the blue version, how similar it would have looked to this. This is, of course, officially licensed. It's got a lot of great details, clear canopy, and of course the proper tricycle landing gear, which this doesn't have. But well, and as I was saying, see, this has a hole here for an antenna, but it doesn't come with one. Maybe I'll steal this one, who knows. And in terms of wingspan, I think the E-Flite one is 800 millimeters. I think this is around 500. You can see it's definitely smaller in wingspan. So yeah, comparing these two, it's obvious the finish is completely different. This one's a lot rougher. This is just beautiful. I mean, even as a display model, it looks fantastic. But this only cost me $50 to my door from AliExpress. And it's ready to fly. It comes with everything except the 4 AA's. You get the battery, the radio, the charger. With this, it's $190, and you need to buy a battery, a charger for it if you don't have one, and of course the radio, which is even more expensive. So yeah, about a quarter of the cost for this. If it flies just a quarter as well, it should be pretty fair. If it flies even better, then it's a great deal. We'll see. Hopefully I get to maiden it soon. And hopefully it's easy to fly. I only have one flight on the UMX from E-Flite, and it's a fast airplane. The wings are thin. I know they seem just a bit wider. They're not exactly as scale as this one. You can see this gets a lot narrower at the ends. This one, despite being smaller, seems the wings are a lot thicker or longer. Yeah, the tail also seems like it has a bit more surface. So we'll see how it goes. So if you want great looks, details, it comes at a cost. This one's cheap, and if it's easy to fly, it will probably be worth it. And here it is compared to its brother from the same company, the Maule. Similar in size, similar in construction. You see the wingspan is almost the same. Yeah, I had high hopes for this Maule. It's not as great as I expected. I think the main downfall of this is they're just 1S. A 2S motor would have been probably better. Power helps. And I wish they had steerable wheels, so you can control them better on the ground. Of course, this has everything. The nose gear is steerable and all that good stuff. But let's see how it does on the maiden flight. Stay tuned if there's anything you'd like me to try out, show. Drop it in the comments. Like if you enjoyed the video and if it helped. And don't forget to subscribe. More coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!